old is your village?
How?
How old is your village?
God knows how old. It's been there a long time. I think 200-300 years old. At least 200 years old, history says.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, and they're all settled in here.
How big is your house?
In Bangladesh, or in here?
In Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh. Well, it's a family house. I mean, it's enough for all of us to. It's not like here terrace house. It's lifestyle is different there, so it's big enough for even guests as well.
What are your shops like?
Sorry?
What are your shops like?
The shops.
In Bangladesh. Well, it's what we call a bazaar. It's like market in here, and the bazaar from my house would be only about 5 minutes walking distance. There are all sorts of shops in there.
Do you share rooms?
When I was young, yes, I used to share a room. Yeah.
Did you have any pets when you were in Bangladesh?
Yeah, cats. Used to have cats. Family cats. I think most of the family have.
What was the name of your village?
Saidpur.
Where do you work? Like, did you work there?
No, I moved to England when I was only about 12 years old. So I was primary school and then moved here.
How many rooms did you have?
Well, about 4 bedrooms, and then you got sitting room, kitchen, all different. Yeah, it's about 4 bedrooms.
Has your village been flooded?
Many times. On a rainy season, it does. It does flooded. And on the flooded time, the transport is we use boat. But it has improved now. The roads everywhere, so it doesn't do much now.
Do you have arguments with your family?
When he was
Yes.
a boy in Bangladesh, do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, now and again, all families have that argument. Family dispute, yes. Why not?
Did you have a garage?
Sorry?
Did you have a garage?
No, no.
Is there a school in your village?
Sorry?
Is there a school in your village?
Yes, yes. Many, quite a few schools. The primary school, secondary school, high school, everything there.
Have you got a mosque in your village?
Yes. Well, I mean, my nearest mosque would be only about 2 minutes away, 2 minutes walking distance from where I am, and it's the Central Mosque in Sayyidpur. I live near Central Mosque.
What are your beds like?
Sorry?
What are your beds like?
Well, it's not like here bed. It's different, but it's nice, must say.
What do you like most about your village?
Well, it's a nice village. Lots of people, and we all know each other. So it is a lovely village to live with.
And how big is your mosque?
Well, it's Central Mosque, I would say. I mean, I don't know whether you've been to the one in Chester Road. At least double or triple the size of the Chester Road Mosque. It's a very big mosque.
What do you grow in your garden?
All sorts, I mean, all vegetables, fruits, but not like fruits, when you say fruits, not like apple or pears or grapes. It's different, it's our fruit.
How far away is your nearest airport in Bangladesh?
Which is in Sylhet, in Greater Sylhet, which is about 15 miles away.
Do
Yes,
How
regularly.
often do you go there?
Well, I was only young boys when I moved to England. When I used to go all the daytimes prayer, which is 3 times at least.
How many people lived in your house?
All our families, brothers, sisters, myself, mom and dad.
What was the food like in Bangladesh?
Food wise, yeah, it was nice. Mostly fish curry, rice, and vegetables.
How many TVs do you have?
At that time, we didn't have any TV.
What was here first?
In 1972, when I moved here, we didn't have a TV. The TV was only covered in city area, not in our area, because we didn't have electricity at that time, but which is changed now.
When you came over when you were 12-year-old,
Yeah,
did you come over with your family or
with the family.
Your father?
With my father, yeah.
How often do you go back?
Well, I used to go back nearly every year, but my mom and dad passed away, and now my all maybe some extended relative there, but not much as now. Maybe every 2-3 years, once in 2-3 years. But when my mom and dad, I mean, they retired. My dad used to work in a factory, and he retired. And he spent retired life in Bangladesh. So at that time, I used to go sometime twice a year, but not now. I mean, they passed away, so.
Were any of your family here before you came, and why Sunderland? Or did your original family go somewhere else in
Yes,
England
well, I
and
mean,
then
I only
come
moved to Sunderland in 1993 because some family member, well, some friends in here. But when I came to England, my dad used to work in a factory in Leeds, and that's where I'm from. And then I went to school there, and then I moved to Liverpool. I spent from 1975 to 93 in Liverpool.
Because I remember when John was talking to some of your elders, they said originally they came as weavers to the carpet places, and that is why they came to England, and we hadn't realised
most-
they had come as trade carpet people
Yeah.
to come and work.
Yeah, most of I mean, like Mr. Hussein, when he was here, most of them people came through a voucher. What the government did it, I think, I mean, the history, after the World War, there was a shortage of people here to run the factories. So they did a voucher. What you have to do is you have to pass a medical test first, and you have to be a certain age and medical test. So they did that, and once you pass the medical test, you got the passport, and then you go to the embassy, and submit your paper, and once you pass the medical, you are allowed to come. And most of them are here. I mean, that's how the people came in England.
As we're recording this during the World Cup football, if Bangladesh had a team playing against England, which team would you support?
That's a good question. I'm just telling from my heart. I mean, our kids don't 100% support in here. I mean, I classes myself here, outside, but I don't know whether about older, my dad's age people. But I mean, it's got to be in England because this is our country. We classes our country now.
Mr. Barrie, can I ask, when you were a boy in
Yeah.
Bangladesh, what did you do, say after school? What activities did you do? Did you play out?
Well, I mean, football is popular as well as cricket. But not like proper field here. It's maybe in a corner. We used to do cricket. So life is completely different than compare with here. I mean, if you ask John, for example, what was the life in England going back to when he was young, is completely different than what it is now. So things has changed, must admit. I mean, now is completely different now. But that's what national game was, cricket and football.
Yeah. Were there any dangerous animals that maybe attacking the
Not,
villages?
not in our villages. There are some. I mean, still happening now. I mean, if you live near the, near the jungle, there are people you still see by the jungle. There's a village in there. They do have these sorts of problem. But in where I'm from, or where the district of Sylhet, that's not like. It's mostly in Chittagong. I don't know whether you heard of Sundarban. Yeah, that's where mostly all the animals are. But people still lives nearby, and they do get attacked.
The one thing that always gets us is you talk about villages, but your villages aren't small as we would determine.
Our is bigger, yes.
Yeah, we would probably call them towns rather than villages if it was in England, wouldn't you?
Yes, you'd call them town. You know, like where I'm from, you'd call it town. We still got. I mean, we got not far from. There's a police station there. There's lots of shops there. Would like a small town in compare with in England. Yeah.
Well, I know John and I were very shocked when we were talking to Abu about, because he kept saying village.
Yeah.
And I said, well, your village must be empty now because you've all come. and Abu said, no. Our village is more in comparison with Sunderland rather than Whitburn. And that hadn't registered with us because you'd all said village. We had in our mind
Just a normal village, such a small village.
perhaps 100, 200 people.
No.
And that word, village, doesn't mean
I
the
mean-
same in England.
I mean, in England, I mean, in Sunderland itself, we got about 5,000 Bangladeshi people here.
Yes.
Now, out of that 5,000, you'll see might be about 4,500 at the most. I mean, at least people are from Saidpur. Maybe
That
about
is
four,
what
five,
surprises
four,
us,
500
you see.
pounds. But this is only Sunderland. They got people in Newcastle, people London, Birmingham, all about. And the village itself is still got lots of people in.
So you would describe Fenham and Newcastle as a village?
Yeah, no. Although we keep saying village because that's what you used to
Yes.
call,
And
but
that
it is
was confusing us
as a
until
large,
we got
the large place.
It's
Yeah,
a bit different.
it's a large place.
Did
I
you
don't.
have to live through monsoons?
Sorry.
Did you suffer monsoons?
Yes, we did. Yeah,
Were they bad?
yeah. There's sometimes it can be bad. Yeah, I mean it's at this moment, some part of Sylhet, which is called Moli Bazaar, is flooded now. I don't know whether you have seen it on the paper, on telly. It's flooded. Some part of flooded. What happened is, the water comes from. I mean, we are just next to India, so they have a flood, and they have no choice. They have to divert that water through our part of our country. So once they did that, it's like a sluice gate. They open the sluice gate to clear their water side, and it's flooded in our area. But I mean, we can't blame them because
Does that pose a threat to the villages? I mean,
not
has
where
anyone ever
not
been
not
killed or
exactly
anything?
where I'm from, but it is lots of villages. It did flooded in Bangladesh. I mean, if you look at the paper and TV everywhere, it's flooded now. So what? Do you really enjoyed taking our interviews? Yeah. I mean, I was talking when in your age, I couldn't stand behind the cameras. Anyway, thank you very much.